All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Happy middle of the week. Happy Wednesday. Hope everyone's doing good. Let's see who we have in here. Let me see. If you are new to Dubb, if you're just coming into live training, or you just started using Dubb in general, if you want to put a one in the chat, that's always helpful. If you're new, you can put a one in your industry. That would be cool. If you've had Dubb for a while, you can put a two. You've had Dubb, you know what you're doing, you kind of know your way around, but you're coming in to get the reps, kind of like going to the gym, getting the reps. Number two would be great. And again, number one, if you are new to the platform, that would be fantastic. If you're on a free trial or you just got on a paid plan, maybe you haven't had your optimization set up yet, that would be fantastic. Okay, so let's see. Let me share this here. Okay. So one of the before I get into sharing my screen and talking about kind of moving through the platform, different ways to record, things like that. The biggest thing we're kind of noticing is just in general, in terms of ads, social posts, videos for clients, prospects, cold, warm. The hook is becoming, and we talk about this all the time, but it's so true. The hook is becoming one of the most important parts of this whole process. So before you record an actual video, and I kind of walk through what that looks like, the different ways to record, it's really good to get the hook for your prospects that you're reaching out to, whether it's one to one or one to many. There's been a lot of studies on it, but within that first 3 seconds, when someone sees a video, are they going to want to keep watching it? Are they going to want to swipe? And I think a lot of the times, we're so used to being on our phones and we're so used to swiping just in general with social that it's really affected sales as far as that part of it. So doing the real research and the AI helps you, which I'll show you in a second. But getting that hook down and that reason for them to click is a big part of it. The other part of it is the length of the video itself. So if you're reaching out to someone cold, I wouldn't go too long. A minute is probably pretty good. If you go a little less, that's cool. If it goes a little bit over, okay. But I wouldn't go too much longer because you really want to have that hook jump into why you're reaching out to that person in particular, whether it's an important question, the hook, the value that you have, this statement, and then get out just as fast. So it's kind of like move it in, move it out. So you open with that hook, you get into the value, and then just make sure at the end of that video, you're giving them a very strong call to action. Whether it's physically, hey, click one of the buttons below to book my calendar. Hey, you can download a guide right here. By the way, check out this next video. It's going to play. It's about, us and why you should work with us. So they're very, at the end of these videos, if it ends with kind of just kind of a statement, but it doesn't direct them to do anything, then it kind of like falls off a little bit. So I think the focus is really on the strong hook and the very strong call to action at the end. What do you want them to do? And keeping the video brief itself. I think those are kind of the three probably most important points, other than recording the video itself and what you're making, the styles, and we'll cover all that. But I think it's really about industry, hook, statement, value, action, and all of that compact into about a minute. If you're doing any kind of cold outreach, like to a really cold, arctically frozen audience, and you're doing it by email, as an example, you can always test things. Like if you're doing like reaching out to 100 folks a day or whatever the numbers are, you could always split them up and try one with sending a video you record one time, the video like we just talked about. And then you could don't record a video and send it to the other half. So 50 could go to people to get a video, 50 go that don't have a video. The thing is, the ones that don't have a video to a cold audience, the same applies in terms of having the hook and the subject line. But within the body of the email, you want to have a quick question and a statement. So say something and then ask them a question. If they respond, then send them a video. So there's that little kind of cold. If you're doing cold, test it with the video, test it without the video. But if you're not sending a video, short statement, question, get them to respond, then send them a video. So that's really kind of if you're doing the cold stuff. The warm stuff, I mean, any kind of video you record in the styles that I'm going to show in a second, that's fine. Warm if they fill out a form or it's a referral or anything like that, you have a lot of wiggle room in terms of obviously the hook and the introduction. But simple videos sending them to folks as opposed to them giving Vimeo links or YouTube links or anything like that. Tracking, there's all that just advantages to doing this. But first thing is going to be the hook. So what I'm going to do is I am going to put into the chat. These recordings are going to be on our YouTube support. I think most people that are in here are familiar with this, but if you're not, Our YouTube support channel is really good for where these trainings go after. It's where they live. Also, we have a lot of good videos on our YouTube support that are broken up and edited on different topics. So I just dropped that YouTube link in the chat there. Also, if you want feedback from your videos, we have people that do this, and I don't know, I enjoy watching them. If you want to send a video over to feedback at Dubb, I just put it in there. So if you want to pretend that we're the prospect or we're the client you're sending it to, and you want to just test out a style, whether it's screen recording, web, mobile, whatever it is, and you just want to say, hey, how does that sound? Is that enticing? What do you think? And then we can give you feedback if you want to do that. So it's feedback at Dubb. Okay, so let me just share my screen here and I'll show you what I'm talking about here. All right, let me jump in. Here we go. Okay, so the hook. What's the hook? So before we decide to record a video in any style that we record, let's get the hook. So whether you're using ChatGPT, whether you're using any of the other AIs, Grok, Gemini, all the ones, if you're using Auto within Dubb, right up here at the top, this is our AI guide Auto. So you want to ask the AI, look, I need a hook for my videos. So you want to tell the AI what your ICP is, your ideal client profile, what your industry is, what you're trying to accomplish by reaching out to that person or that group, and what you would like them to do, what action you would like them to take after watching it. And say, look, I need about 20 to 30, you could say more than that if you want to. I need a list of 3 to 5 word hooks that I can use for these videos to get someone to want to click. So when it gives you that list of the 3 to 5 words, go through them, see which ones you like, tell the AI to make the adjustments, whether it's wittier, funnier, punchier, whatever that is. And then you have your list of hooks. So the 3 to 5 words, the reason we say that is because, as you can see right here, I'm holding up a little whiteboard that I'll explain in a second. But on that whiteboard, it's about 30 something characters. So 3 to 5 words is pretty good in terms of being punchy and to the point. And also up here in your subject line, this is where you have your hook as well. So the hook can be slightly different in the subject line than the video, or it can be the same. You want to be pretty close because before someone even gets in there to see the video, they're going to have to go here first for the hook. So you want to have your hook. Now, once you have your hook, you have to decide, okay, what kind of video do I want to record? Well, this one right here is done with the basic webcam recorder inside of Dubb. So basic webcam, you can get the Dubb mobile app on your phone, Dubb app, Dubb, and it has a little whiteboard where you can type. And this is where you want to put your hook. Now, in terms of the movement that you're seeing right here, whenever you record a video with Dubb, the first 3 seconds is going to repeat in a loop. So it's an animated video GIF preview. So we want to make that as interesting as we can with the hook, and we want to have a little bit of movement to it. So we don't want to say just stiff like this, because what's the point of having it animated? You just want to have a little bit of movement, little smile, little point, something like that, just to give it some life. Now, this is one style from the webcam. You also, from that same webcam, can do something that looks like this. You can just drop a virtual behind you. So if you're not holding up the whiteboard, you can take a screenshot and put it behind you of someone's profile, property in real estate, screenshot of a website, screenshot of an action someone took. Maybe they filled out a form, an article you want to share, whatever is going to give context and give some of that hook behind you. You can do that at the same time. Just a little point, a wave, a little turn back, something like that. Now, you also can do a combination of both. So you can use the whiteboard and you can have a screenshot behind you. So in this case, I could have someone's profile and I have a question there, and I have my hook that we talked about. If I'm in real estate, I could put a property behind me, just like this, and have either the property address or have a hook. What's a cool fact about the property? Maybe the price has dropped. So just have that right there. So whatever industry you're in, whiteboard by itself, screenshot by itself, or a combination of both, like you see right here. And that's done right from the webcam. This is probably the most straightforward style to communicate a hook. Now you also can record screen recordings. So this one right here is done with the Dubb Chrome extension. So you'll notice the little Dubb symbol right up here in the browser. The reason that is there is because I Googled Dubb Chrome extension. And then it's a 3-step process to get it pinned up here in the browser. And then you can record anything within your browser, any site you want to be on top of, you can use the Dubb Chrome extension. And this is where you want to physically be on something, you're explaining something in a very visual way so someone can understand it. And you're the authority on the topic and you're just running the show here on top of what you want to show. Now, notice I'm using annotations here. Notice I have the Dubb mobile app again with the whiteboard, right? And I'm holding it right up inside that bubble. Why not have the additional hook? We talk about it all the time. You could be in the bubble pointing and doing one of these and doing one of those. That's fine. That's great. That looks cool. But why not have the additional message that someone can really connect to? This is a market update. There's been a big change. Well, okay, what's the big change? So, whatever industry you're in, think about that secondary visual just inside the bubble. It's the same idea. Now, you also can use the Dubb desktop app for screen recording. So, the desktop app is different than the Chrome extension that you just saw. The Chrome extension is browser based that you just saw. The desktop app is like a little drone that flies over the top of your computer screen. It can go on top of anything. So, browser based, video, camera slide, document, whatever you want. And it also has the ability to crop around things that you want to crop to and get a little more specific in. So that's something that gives you the opportunity to do here. So it's either browser based with the Chrome extension or it's app based on top of everything based with the desktop app. Both are screen recorders. So when I show them back to back, you'll see the similarities and differences. But the big difference is one's browser, one's on top and go everywhere else. Now you also can use the mobile app for recording. So the mobile app does a lot of the same stuff I just showed with the webcam. So as you can see right here, this does virtual background. It does text on the screen. So same kind of idea we did with the webcam. You can do text, virtual, both, or just one or the other. You also, if you want to, you can just put the hook on here. Type the hook, have it above your head, below, whatever you want, just move it around. Same concept. Now, the mobile app also has a really cool feature called picture in picture. So this is kind of tailor-made for property walkthroughs in real estate. So if you want to show what's going on in front of you as you're walking someone through a property, why not be on the screen at the same time? So it uses both cameras on the phone and it puts you right there. If you're not in real estate and you're maybe sitting in front of your computer and you're pulling up someone's website or a screenshot of something or whatever, all the stuff we just talked about on your computer, you can grab your phone physically, go picture in picture, and just lean into your computer and show what you want to show. And it's the same idea. It's going to show what's in front of you and put you on the screen. If you're with a client, it's kind of a cool way to get a video testimonial. If you're physically with one another, you can have them sit across from you, put a little selfie stick up or hold it, record it, and then you can interview someone when you're in the corner and they can do a little Q&A, and then you can just post it to social or, send it out as an update or whatever you want to do for that. Even put it as a playlist video. You also can, if you're at a live event, get the crowd. Put yourself up in the corner, show what's going on, walk around the event. If you have your own booth, you could do the same thing and get the reactions of people coming up. So using the picture in picture is cool. If you're ever doing local prospecting, like the businesses are local that you're going out to and you're doing it cold, what you could do is go out in front of the business, record you in front where you're kind of pointing at the sign or you're saying something about the business, send that to the contact inside and then wait until they get it by email, walk in, and then say, "Hey, listen, I just sent you that video. Did you guys get that?" And then they look it up and say, "Oh," and they see you right out in front doing something, talking about the business. So there are these different creative things that you can do with picture in picture when you're physically there. Now, whatever style you do choose, when they get the video, it's all about their experience after that. So they get the video, they see the image GIF, they see your hook, they're in, they click on it, and then it's about this right here. So when they click on it, they're going to be brought to a customized landing page that we call a preset. Now, the deal with the preset is you want to think about it in terms of the experience when they're on the page. So when they're on the page, you're going to think about this. Here, let me share again. You want to think about what do they see? Well, when they're initially there, they're going to see your logo to the left. They're going to see the video you've created in the middle. They're going to see the playlist of videos they're going to play right after this first video that you created. The power of that playlist is it provides more information, more education, but it gives you the freedom to make this first video all about that hook, like we talked about, short to the point and get out. That way, here, you can record a video one time, minute, minute and a half, about what you do. Basically, your pitch video, but you only need to record it once because it will always play right after, and you can have it right here in the playlist. And if you do have video testimonials, this is a nice spot to have them right here. Now, below here, you also have your buttons, your call to action buttons, your CTAs. What do you want someone to do when they're done watching the video? Like we talked about in the beginning, you got to have a strong call to action at the end for them. So is it booking a time in your calendar? That's probably been the most popular one over the years. Is it checking out your website? Is it downloading a document, a listing agreement, a contract, a guide? Is it filling out a form? Is it a link to an external form? Is it checking out a case study? Is it leaving a review? Is it emailing you back? So a number of buttons you can have down here. I wouldn't have too many. You don't want to get the whole paralysis by analysis, but if you have multiples, I would go in order of importance from left to right. Now, if you don't have video testimonials, or if you do and you want to get more, a strategy that a lot of Dubb folks have used over the years, which is pretty convenient for you and the person you want the video testimonial from, is using the button reply with video below. So if I was going to send someone a video, I want to put that button below it. So all I'd have to do is say, hey, this is Rob. Listen, thanks so much for using Dubb. Would love to get a video testimonial from you. It's easy. You don't have to download anything. All you have to do is click that reply with video button below and tell me what you think of the platform. And then whatever questions you have for the person, they send that video back to you. You get a separate notification inside of Dubb that you have a video reply, and then you just make it part of the playlist, which is right here. And this kind of completes the circle of the experience right here. Now you also over here to the right, you have your AI assistant SIA, sales, what it stands for, Sales Interactive Assistant. So the reason we have that on there is because when someone lands on the page, maybe they have questions in real time. Maybe they're thinking about booking a time, but they have some questions. So over here to the right, you can have your FAQs. You can ask the AI a direct question, and when the AI gives the answer back, it wants to keep the momentum going. So it's going to answer, but then it's going to say, hey, are you ready to book a time with Rob? Or whatever your button is that you want them to do, it's going to push for that to keep it going. The AI itself, you can educate inside of the Dubb platform. You can upload a PDF, or you can put individual website pages from your site so it can physically learn what's in text on those pages. You can do one or the other, or you can do both. And then it's properly educated on what you want it to know so it can help you move things along. Now, the pages themselves, okay, the preset landing pages that you see here, you should have a preset landing page for different segments of your audience. So if I was in recruitment and I worked with employers and candidates, I would definitely want a preset landing page for my employers, definitely want a preset landing page for my candidates. And I can even do splits after that if I work in different industries. Same thing for insurance, same thing for mortgage, same thing for financial, coaching, real estate, buyers, sellers, FSBOs, expired, residential, commercial, have different splits for all of those. That way, when someone gets a video, the playlist videos will be related to that segment of the audience, as will the actions that you want them to take. And all of this will be tracked. So did someone open the video? Did they click on any buttons? Did they interact with the AI? What you want to be able to follow up in a smart way. So you got to know what they've been doing or not doing so the messaging can be crafted specifically for that. And that's what this is really all about. Now, in terms of recording these videos, these different types that we talked about and looked at here, how do we record each one of these kinds? Well, here's how we're going to do it. So the first one we're going to start one is with the webcam, the basic webcam one. So inside the Dubb platform, here inside the dashboard, click the red camera button at the top, the big red one, create a video. Click this right here, and it's going to open up your camera. When it opens up, if you want to get the whiteboard that we saw with the hook on it, Dubb app, Dubbapp on your phone. And when you do have that, here is where you locate the whiteboard. So here's the Dubb mobile app. Whiteboard is right up at the top, that little square with the person right in the corner. So when you click it there, now you're able to type. And that's all I did before. You just get your hook, type your hook, turn it. Type it, turn it. Mine's upside down anyway. Mine's bugging out. But anyway, your message will be right there. There you go. So you can lean it in, point at it like this, lean back, whatever you want to do. Just a little bit of movement to it. Now, if you want the virtual background behind you, go below, select virtual background. You have some stock stuff down here you can choose from. But I would only use stock. I mean, if you have to, if you just don't have the docs behind you that you want, I would go with something specific. So I would upload into here all the stuff we talked about, specific screenshots of actions, articles, websites, properties, whatever it is, creates a library for you here. And then you can really choose and get specific, which is the whole point. So just select the one that you want. It's going to put it behind you, and then you have that behind you. When you're using this here, make sure you have a good ring light or natural light. If you're using your hands to talk a lot, I would keep them within your shoulder range so they don't cut off out here. Just keep them within here. And if you're going to use both, bring up the hook and here, and you have the virtual background if you want to do both at the same time or one or the other. Now, in terms of using a teleprompter, every recording style in Dubb has an option for a teleprompter. You just have to have a script saved into Dubb first. So to access the teleprompter here, if I wanted to use it, all I have to do is click up above my head here, and I can go right to scripting if I want to. It says create new script. If I click that, it's going to take me inside of Dubb. I can just copy and paste the script in there and save it. If I already have scripts saved in the platform, I can scroll here, or I can come right up in here, look for it by name. There it is. And then here's the script physically. Now, as far as physical from the computer, I think about arm's length is pretty good. Let the words flow up into the top eye line. Don't be searching down for the words, if not, and just increase the speed. So your eyes, the lines are meeting right up here at the top. I would give it a read through first because you don't want the words to surprise you, so you have the proper inflection. Just takes a little bit of time, but the cool part about the teleprompter is the words are right in front of you, and it's been crafted because you want to say things a certain way. They're right there. Now, in terms of the speed, you can adjust it right here, up or down. You can hit the play button, see if you like the speed. If you feel like you're rushing, you probably are. Unless you're making a fun video or you're really excited, it makes sense. If not, if you feel like you are, just slow it down a tick. And then whatever's your natural speaking speed. And then you can back the text off or you can zoom it in. And if you want to make any changes, sometimes when you write a script and then you read it out loud, it might feel a little different. You can adjust it right here. Just click the pencil icon, make any changes in real time, click save, and then there you go. Now, as far as recording it itself, you're going to get a countdown. So I'm going to bring my hook in here. I'm going to hit the red record button right here in the middle, and then it's going to get 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Hi, this is Rob from Dubb. We are the sales operating system. We use video, automation, and contact management to create connections, conversations, and conversions. I can hit the pause button right down here, stop the recording, stop the teleprompter, click it again to resume. So you don't have to go through the whole thing. You take a break if you want to. You also can delete the video here. It's the red X. It'll say you're sure you want to delete it. And then if you'd like to save this into the Dubb platform, it's just the check mark right here, the blue check mark. That will save it. And if you want to close the teleprompter, tap it closed. This is the most basic way to record something with the most direct messaging you can do, just like this. Works great, virtual background, both, whatever you'd like to do. Now to save it, all you're going to do is click the check mark. So we're going to click the save button here, and it's going to save this video into the Dubb platform. Now, whenever a video gets saved into Dubb, it's going to take us to the video edit page inside of the Dubb platform, inside our video library. So now once a video is saved in here, you have some options. I can edit the title right up here in the top internally. Just change it to whatever you want. Make sure you click the check mark when you're done. If you want to preview what this video looks like on the preset landing page, there's a button all the way to the right, little square button with an arrow. Click that button over there. Opens up a new tab. Oh yeah, there's my video. There's my playlist videos. There's my buttons. There's my AI assistant. Everything looks great. You're just able to preview what the video looks like on the landing page. Now, if you want to change it to a different preset landing page, then all you have to do is click this little drop down. See what it says Rob's preset with a check mark? That's my default preset landing page. So whenever I record a video, the background that you just saw will always be attached to it, unless I change it. Which, if I have other preset landing pages created, I can just click another one there and it changes everything about the background. You also can download the MP4 version of any video that you save into Dubb. Really good for social media because the social media platforms love the raw video. So you can download the MP4, upload it to the platforms, and do your thing there. You also can use a QR code. Every Dubb video that you record has one. So if you're doing any kind of physical, mail marketing, you're doing some door hanger stuff, or you're in the mail stack, you can make a video for that. If you're at a booth at an event, have a little placard set up there with a pre-made video. If you're walking around an event meeting someone, have something made beforehand. So when they scan the QR code, they'd see a video that says, "Hey, it was great meeting you at the event." All you have to do is click below to keep in touch. And if you're doing an open house in real estate, have a little placard sitting on the counter. So when someone scans it, "Hey, thanks for coming to the open house. By the way, if you want to see similar properties, all you have to do is click below." So a lot of use cases for that. If you have a YouTube channel, you can upload it directly to YouTube. And you have some information down here. So analytics, this analytics tab right here. We have an AI coach called Kyra. So if you do want feedback on your video immediately, you can just click generate. It'll give you delivery analysis feedback. And it'll also give you feedback on, on your visuals, on your content. So if you want that non-biased quick look and feedback, you can get that right here. Activity is right over here to the right. So like I talked about before, you can really drill down on, did someone open the emails? Did they click on any of the buttons? Did they fill out a form? Did they watch the video? All that information is available right there so you can follow up in a good way. You have a details tab right here. The details tab is just going to remind you what's on the video page. So it's going to say, these are the buttons below your video. This is the sales assistant you have on the page, the AI. And this is your playlist of videos it's going to play right after. So this is what's on here. Now, I can make changes right here if I want to. If I want to get rid of a button and add one, I can do that. Get rid of an AI, I can do that. Change a video, I can do that. And if I already sent this video to someone and I'm like, I forgot to make a change, I can still make the changes and it will refresh on the other side. So you have the ability to do that. Every dub video that's saved in here, you can edit. So if you want to edit a video, you can hit the play button to play it. You can drag your timeline if you want to drag your timeline to cut something out. So let's just say I want to cut something out of this video. I'm going to drag my timeline or play it to this exact spot. I'm going to hit the scissor icon. It's going to split our clip in two. And then I'm going to play it or drag it to my second cut point. Let's just say it's right there. Scissors. And now it's broken up into three pieces. Whatever is highlighted in orange is what you can get rid of. Hit the trash can and it's gone. If you want to bring it back, just click undo, 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 and you're right back to where you started. There's also a design tab. So like I mentioned in the beginning, when you record a dub video, the first 3 seconds when you hit record is going to be the animated preview. Whatever you're doing for the first 3 seconds after hitting record. If you want to change that, you can do that right here. You can drag this timeline to a different part of the video you like visually, click generate thumbnail, and it'll create the thumbnail for you. If you want to upload your own thumbnail, you can do that as well. But for, the sake of time and efficiency, when you hit record, just know the first 3 seconds is going to record it. So we recorded a video, we have it on a preset landing page. Now we just want to share it. So basic rules here, if you're going to send a video by email, just best practices. You always want to have the word video in the subject line. The very first thing someone sees, you definitely want to have that first. And then you definitely want to have your hook that we talked about in the beginning. Your 3 to 5, 6 word hook, have that right there. And then you want to just have a little bit of text before you drop a video in. And you can drop the video in a couple ways. So from inside the Dubb platform, right next to the video that we were looking at, there's a big blue share and send button right to the right. So when you select share and send, you're going to put the email in of the person you're sending it to get that advanced tracking. You can add a little, little personalization text at the top of the video. It's just a little text as a banner at the top. You don't have to do this part, but you can. And then click copy for email, and then come right over here, and it's a copy and paste, just like this. Now, if you do have Gmail or you have Outlook 365, there is a shortcut available. So the Dubb Chrome extension screen recorder right up here at the top in the browser that we're going to look at in a second, when you have that, inside of Gmail, there's a little Dubb button right down here at the bottom, the integration we have with Gmail. If you have Outlook 365, it'll be off to the right in add-ins. But when you select that button down there, I can record a video right from inside here. I can also turn my camera off and I can scroll through my video library right down here at the bottom and find the video that I want to share. When you find the video, all you have to do is pop it in there and then you're able to send it. So it's a shortcut way of doing that if you have Gmail or Outlook 365. All right, so in terms of screen recording, this is that we looked at in the beginning right here. How would we record something that looks like this? Anything browser-based, any website you want to be on top of. Google Dubb Chrome extension, 3-step process to pin it right up here at the top in the browser, and then pull up what you want to show within the browser. In this case, we're going to use LinkedIn if we want to reach out to Ruben. But again, any website. So we're going to click on the Dubb button here at the top, and it's going to put me on the page. And then you want to think about a couple things when you first are going to record here. What is the size of my webcam, which you can adjust right here just by dragging the edge. And then what is going to be the shape of my webcam, which you can adjust here right at the bottom. And then lastly, where do I want to place myself on the page? Where's an interesting spot to put myself visually? I'm going to go right next to Ruben, right here. So the shape of the webcam, just aesthetically, whatever you're on, if it's a dock within the browser, site, whatever it is, just try to match it. I'm going to stay in a bubble just because Ruben's in a bubble here. Now, as far as inside the bubble, I can adjust, I can zoom in if I want a tighter frame. I can back up. I can physically move myself around inside the bubble here to get myself where I want to be. I have the ability to jump to full screen when I want to make the points about something, and I can go right back to the page. I can turn my camera off right over here to the right. If I ever want to do an audio walkthrough of a site that I'm showing within the browser, I can do that. I can also technically use my headshot if I'd like to do that. And if I am live, being able to do a virtual background is awesome. Just like we were just doing, you can drop a virtual right behind. You have an annotation tool, which I'm going to show how to use in a second, right over here. You have the chance to use a teleprompter. So this one's a little bit different. Now, the one you saw earlier, there are similarities to it, but for this one, you can physically move this on the sides like this, make it a little skinnier. You can physically move it wherever you want to move it on the page, and you can control the speed up or down right here, and you can back the text off or you can zoom it in. Now, if you are using the Chrome extension, you're going to use the teleprompter, you want to make sure there's a little bit of space at the top So you can tap this thing and bring it forward and be able to use it. Because it's browser based, if you go full screen on your browser with the Chrome and you're trying to use the teleprompter, it's going to physically hide the teleprompter tab. You won't be able to get to it. So if you are using it, just leave a little bit of space where when you hit record, you can physically tap it and bring it forward and you're able to use it. You also have three orientations to record with the Chrome. You have camera, which if I click on that, it opens up like a webcam. If you're on tab, it's going to show just a clean cut of the page. It won't show any of the other tabs at the top. And if you go screen, it's going to get your entire computer screen. So you have those three choices. I'm going to go tab for this example. And I'm also going to bring in my hook that we talked about before. So I'm going to click record all the way to the right, start recording. I'm going to choose my tab. You can see it right there. I'm going to click share, and here we go. Hey, Ruben, this is Rob. I wanted to send you this quick video because I saw that you were in technology. I'm in technology as well, so I wanted to send you this quick video here. So again, I did my whole 3 seconds, right? It's going to fill it up and do one of these. And then I decided to jump to full screen because I wanted to tell him something. Jumping to full screen with these is a cool way to break the visuals when you make these screen recordings. So you can just hover over your webcam with your mouse. You can double click it. It brings you here. Just double click the screen to go back. Or you can hover over with your mouse, click this little square button, brings you here. Click the little square button at the back. You also can scroll around while you're recording, be very free flowing and have a lot of movement if that's your style. If you want to hit the pause button, just click the pause button right down here at the bottom. Stop the recording. Get yourself where you want to be, click resume. To use the annotations over here to the left, just grab them in here. You can do some arrows. You can put things in numerical order of importance. You can do underlining. You can draw on the screen. You can do text if you'd like to. So great way to point things out when you're showing some stuff here. So if you're reaching out on LinkedIn, if you're on anything browser based where you want to walk someone through and just take them through visually with something, this is a really great tool to use. So I'm going to hit the check mark below. And again, when I hit the check mark, it's going to save it into Dubb to the video edit page that we were before. Now, the video I just recorded, how would I share that with Ruben? So what I would do is I come right back over here on LinkedIn and I would do this. I would come up here at the top. Here, let me turn this off. I would want to connect with Ruben first. So I'd want to send him a connection request. Most people connect, it seems. When he connects, then you're going to want to click message at the bottom. And when you click that at the bottom, we have an integration with LinkedIn. So just like inside the Gmail that I showed earlier, there's going to be a little Dubb button at the bottom, like you see down there right now. So when I select the Dubb button, then I can either record or I can go through my video library like this and find the video that I want to share. And typically the one you want to share is the one that looks like that. Just pop it in, and then you can just change the text by highlighting this to a specific message if you want to. Click send, and then Ruben will see that nice animated preview in his inbox, which has worked good over the years. So that's the Dubb Chrome extension screen recorder, browser based. Now I'm going to show you the Dubb desktop app. So the Dubb desktop app, you're going to Google Dubb desktop app. You're going to download it from Mac or PC. And when you do have it, it's going to show a little D symbol either at the top or the bottom. Mine's going to be right up here at the top. And you can see the actions right here. You can also click View Quick Menu right here. And then it will pop up a little menu that looks like this. I'm going to click Record Screen. So now we can see the differences and similarities to what we just did. So first, the bubble, the recording bubble right here. All the same stuff. You can do all the same functionality we just talked about. Just the size is in a different spot. You just drag it in a different spot. But it's all the same stuff as the Chrome. The annotation tool does all the same annotations. So you have the ability to do all the same stuff there. The teleprompter is the same in the fact that it physically moves around like the Chrome, but it's different when you find a script. Because when you come in here, I'll grab this one right here. Notice how the first choice is auto track. That's voice recognition. So if I was going to hit record, I could start reading the script and it's going to move at my pace if I want to do that. If I want to use auto scroll, the scrolling of the speed, you can just click that button closed, and now I can do the speed up or down, just like you saw with the other teleprompters. So I have the ability to do that. So it's either auto scroll or it's auto track with voice recognition. So you have that as a choice. Now also the recording of the screen itself. This is where you have some choices in terms of the borders of what you're recording. Right here, there's a red slash through this square right down here. If I was going to hit the red record button to the right, it would get my entire computer screen. That's what that means when that red slash is there. If you get rid of the red slash just by clicking on it, now you have a drop down of choices in terms of the borders of what I'm recording. Right now it's on custom. which means I can crop around anything that I would like to crop around. So you can get very specific. Whatever's inside the blue lines will be part of the recording. You can put it on top of anything that you want. You also can do different orientations. I can change it to 9 by 16. If I want to do a social media video right from my desktop with the proper orientation and portrait, I can do that. I also can change it to landscape. So if I want to do the YouTube orientation, I have the ability to do that as well, just like this. Now the recording is a little different too. So when I'm going to hit record now, I'm going to hit the record button right down here. I'm going to get my 3, 2, 1 countdown. And now I am recording. I can pause and resume this recording if I want to. The big difference here is the check mark that you see down here. As we just saw before, the check mark usually saves it into Dubb. Not the case with the desktop app. When you select the check mark here, it's going to open up a preview window. And I have just recorded a clip. So the desktop app records in clips. So what you do is you record a couple clips, merge them together into one video, and then you save it into Dubb. The neat thing about clip recording is it gives you the ability to drag and drop videos from your computer if you have an MP4 file and make it part of the story. So what I just recorded was a screen recording clip. So how would I continue recording now? I got one clip. How do I keep going? So down at the bottom left, there are 3 creative icons to continue recording. The one all the way to the left is record screen, which is what I just did. So I'm going to click that button there. It's going to take me right back to where I was. I could have changed a different background, website, doc, whatever I wanted. I could have changed what was behind me. Hit record, and now I'm recording a second clip in the same style I did the first clip, which is just a screen recording clip. Hit the check mark, and there is the second one. And I can physically move these in any order that I would like. So I can get rid of a clip that I don't want by deleting it, and I can save the other ones. And you can download or delete each individual clip. So you can really build out the story the way you want to. The second option down to the bottom left is your webcam option. So I can click that button there, opens up my webcam, and now I can record a webcam clip where I can welcome someone to the video. I could say thank you for watching the video. I can talk a little bit about something in particular that I want to talk about, and then hit the check mark. But the point is, visually, it's going to look different than the other clips that you have. The last option down to the bottom left is Dubb Narrator. Dubb Narrator gives you the ability to take a pre-recorded video that you've already made, put it inside of a bubble, and place it on top of anything that you'd like to. So I could sit in front of my webcam, let's say I'm doing a market update, and I could have my teleprompter in front of me if I'm using one, and just talk about the market, say everything I want to say. Save it into Dubb, into my video library, just me talking to the camera. And then I can pull up the market update on a site, doc, slide deck, whatever it is. Click the narrator button right down here. And then I just find the video that I made. Let's just pretend it's this one right here. And then I can take it, put it as a circle, square, whatever I want, change the size. The point is, you are going to use the pre-recorded version of yourself that will do the talking, and then you can scroll, do whatever you want. You can move around, you can use annotations, but you don't have to do any of the heavy lifting because you already did it. And then you're able to do that. Now, when you're done and you're ready to merge these clips into one video that you're going to save into the platform, you can click the upload button to the bottom right. That's going to merge everything together and then save it. Or you can click the edit button to the bottom right. It's going to merge all the clips together, and then you can do editing right here. The same editor that I showed you inside the platform earlier. You can do an edit right here, and then you can download the MP4, and then you can save it into the platform. The only time I've downloaded the MP4 before is just if it's a longer YouTube video. I want to download it before I upload it. But typically I'll just click upload and it will save it into the platform. So a lot of flexibility in terms of your screen recordings, whether it's browser based or you're going to be able to do it kind of flying over the top of everything. Now, the last kind of recording we're going to look at is the Dubb mobile app. The mobile app is very similar to the desktop app in the fact that it's a clip recorder, it does clips. But there are other cool stuff you can do on the mobile. So I'm going to share my screen right now, and I'll show you how we do that. Okay, so here we go. Once you have the Dubb mobile app, Dubb app, Dubb app, here's how you would record. Here's the home area here. Just tap the blue camera button at the bottom, blue camera right at the bottom, circular in the middle. Tap that there, and it's going to open up your camera. When it does open up your camera, when you first use the app, it will always be defaulted for a minute. I always slide mine over to 10 because you can't go beyond 10 minutes. It's not going to cut me off. And it will stay sticky. So every time you open the app, it will stay where you want it. But there are other specific times if you want specific times. To record, I'm going to tap the circle and my recording is started. Timer on the button, timer up here. You can pause and resume the recording right over here. And to end the recording, just tap the circle. And there's the clip. So just like the desktop app, clip. Now, this has been automatically downloaded to my phone, so I have it in my photo video area if I do need it. And if I record again, just so we have multiple clips here, you can physically move these clips in any order that you want to as well. So you don't have to go in a chronological order. I can hold a clip here with my finger for a second, just hold it, and then I can slide it across. And if I tap a clip individually, I can delete it, I can trim it. And if I do select edit, I have the ability to add royalty-free music to the right with the music icon. We have a whole bunch of stuff in here you can add. I would just make sure the levels of your voice don't get overwhelmed by the music, so I would just play with that, with the levels. If you want to do text on the screen, like I showed in the beginning with the hook, hit the text icon there, and then you can add the text in here, different color, different font, put it above your head, below your head, whatever you want to do, different sizes, you're able to do that. If you want to do a voiceover, tap the voiceover icon here, and then all you have to do is hold the button, do a voiceover on this clip. We're going to do a voiceover at the end. You also can speed up the action with a little speed icon down here. So if you have an action clip where you're moving around, maybe doing a property walkthrough, you're running down the hallway or something, you can speed it up to 10x. You also can add burned in subtitles here on this clip, or you can add it at the end if you want to do that. So they're actually burned in to the actual video that gets downloaded. All right, let me reshare this again just because it froze on me. Here we go. Okay. And when you're recording these, you have icons that you can use here. So let me show you this. So these icons right here to the right, what do they do? If you want to know what they do, just tap the tooltip at the top, and it's going to give you the titles of what this does in terms of function, these buttons over here, and just tap it again to turn it off. Now, I always use a countdown timer, which is this one right here. So you can do 3 or 10. I'm going to select 3, hit record, 3, 2, 1, and I'm recording a video. There is a 10-second option, just the 10 seconds, it seems a little long. Unless you're using like maybe a wireless mic where it's a further shot and you want to time it that way, you could do that. But there is a 10-second option you can do. As far as this button right here, video stabilization. If you are moving around a lot, doing a lot of walk and talks, and it's too herky-jerky, just select low, medium, or high, and it basically will take it from this to more like this, more of like a gimbal movement. And then if you want to use a teleprompter, you can use this button right here. So get in here, choose the script that you want, like we talked about before. You can choose your speed, like we did before, between 1 and 10. If your eyes are not staying at the top, like if they're not staying where they should be and you're looking for the words, you probably need to increase the speed. You can do that. Or you can slide the script up with these guardrails here. You can just slide it up, just like this. Nothing to look at down here. You've got to keep your eyes at the top. That's really important to do. Now, the play button here is important because you can test your speed to see if you like it. You also can click the pencil icon if you want to make any changes like we did before. You really didn't like it, you can change it in real time. If you're doing a landscape one, you can just turn your phone like this and adjust it right here to landscape. And then if you want to use voice recognition, you can select the auto track button right here on the gear, select auto track, hit record, and then it'll highlight the words like this. What if your most powerful growth tool, well, it looks like there's a little bug here. It's not highlighting, but normally it would highlight the words and move. So it's voice recognition, a lot like the desktop app. So it'll move on that. So it's a choice of voice recognition for auto track or auto scroll with a speed. So one or the other, depending on the mood. Sometimes I like to use auto track, sometimes I don't. So it really depends on what you feel most comfortable with. It's all about the authentic delivery. So whatever works for you. If you want to tap the X on the top right, that's going to close the teleprompter. If you ever record a video outside of the Dubb mobile app and you want to make it part of this story, all you have to do is select the folder icon here. It'll take you to your photo video area of your phone, select the video you want, drop it right in here, and then you can physically move it around wherever you want to move it around to. If you want to record what's on your screen, it's this button here. If you want to use filters, this little button right here. So this is where you can do skin gradations, color, skin smoothing, different kind of effects. Just kind of scroll through and see what you like. If you want to use picture in picture, this is what I showed in the beginning. This is where you can record what's in front of you and then you're on the screen at the same time. So you can physically move yourself around like this, make yourself bigger, smaller. You can zoom into your background if you want to. So give you some choices there. Last one is virtual background. Just select this one here, take the screenshots that you want, have it behind you, and it's the same idea. When you're done and you're ready to merge these clips together like we did with the desktop app and then save it, it's the blue button to the top right, the blue arrow. So select the blue arrow. It's going to merge all the clips together. And then once they're merged together, you're going to have a copy on your phone of the finished video. And then you can upload it right into Dubb with the blue upload button. And once it's uploaded into Dubb, then you can access it wherever you need to access it. Now, you can also with Dubb, let me share again here. You also can send with Dubb. So when you're inside the Dubb home area on the mobile app, like you're going to see in a second here, you're able to send. So see the videos right here in the middle? This is the video library here. Just pick the video that you want. Let's go with this one right here. And then there's a blue button right there that says share video. Tap that there, click copy for email. It's copied to your clipboard, paste. Click copy for SMS, paste. Or you can tap the icons to the top right. You can tap the block icon for email, and then you can click the paper airplane icon for SMS. So either one that you want to do, you have the ability to send. Now, as far as a CRM, let's say you have a CRM that you really, really like. You have like a HubSpot, or you have a Salesforce, or you have a Go High Level, or you have something that you're really used to using. You like it. All your contacts are in there. You have your workflows. Dubb has a lot of integrations with a lot of these different companies, these third-party senders and CRMs. So if you do want to keep what you have and just add video, you have the ability to do that. If you do want to use Dubb as a CRM, you can do that as well. So over here to the right, you can upload your contacts with a CSV file into Dubb. You can do tasks, you can do deals, you can do bulk campaigns in Dubb, email and SMS. You also can do automation. So if you want to do drip sequences with our Pro Plus plan, you have the ability to do that as well. So you can either use something you already use and integrate the video into that, or you can use Dubb to have everything all in one spot if you want to do that as well. Now, we also have a referral program. So with Dubb, down at the bottom here, it says referrals. Click here. You can click apply now. It'll create a referral link for you. And if you want to share Dubb, we do a 30% recurring commission on anybody that subscribes to Dubb. And then we're very supportive of our partners. So if you want to come in here, invite people into the live training, dubb.com/T. We're in here 5 days a week. And then if you're on a paid plan with Dubb already, whether it's Pro or Pro Plus, and 4, 5, 6 people within that range, you get them to subscribe and it's 30% recurring, you have a free account. And then you can go well beyond that, which we have people that do very well doing that. So you can either sell Dubb directly or indirectly. And just, a lot of times when you send people a Dubb video, they'll say, "Hey, how'd you send me that video?" And you can just share your link. So it's available there to do that. Any questions that you have about the platform, you have a couple options here. So inside here, down to the bottom left, there's a little bubble right down over here. This is our intercom system here where you can chat with the AI, you can chat with someone on the team, you can do keyword searches in here if you want to find what you're looking for. Typically, you get a video and an article as well with screenshots. You also can talk to Otto, which I mentioned in the beginning, our AI guide right here. So you can say, "Otto, how do I use the Chrome extension? How do I send bulk emails?" Otto will give you the links, answers on all of that. And it also can answer questions about other things. Like if you're, "Hey, I'm in recruiting. What are the best videos to send in 2026?" It'll give you a breakdown of that. You can also do AI writing with Otto. There's a neat little function in here that's this little profile feature here to the right, this little button. So when you select this here, notice how it says basic and sales. This is just like the preset landing pages we talked about in the beginning. If I was in recruitment and I had worked with employers and candidates, remember those splits we talked about, I can create profiles for different parts of my audience. So the AI knows about this. So I just create in here, imagine instead of basic and sales, it says employer and it says candidates. So then I create it, I just click create profile, and I'm answering questions about this part of my audience. And then you save it, and then the AI knows about this part of your audience. So when I want to write a script, if I want to write an email, social copy, whatever it is, select the profile, choose your audience. AI is going to remember, and then tell the AI what you want. "Hey, Otto, write me a script on, outreach to blah blah blah." It writes the script, and then it'll ask you, "Do you want me to save this into Dubb?" Yes. It will save it in the platform, and then you can load it into a teleprompter and deliver the video if it's a video script. We do this kind of stuff all the time. That's kind of the flow of what you're able to do. So it's really about, at the end of the day, your use case. It's about having that strong hook, knowing who you're reaching out to, what you would like them to do. And then it's about choosing the proper way to record it, whether it's webcam, screen, mobile. And that's how you want to do it. And then it's just a matter of sending, whether you're sending an email, SMS, LinkedIn, whether you're doing social posts, you can always have a Dubb link as a nice comment below your video. Someone can click on, take them right to a landing page. So there's a lot of choices on that. But if you're just getting started, the webcam videos are some of the easiest you can record with a very big hook that you can hold right there. Hey, Ina. We have Ina here from our team. I'm sure everybody knows that she popped in. Ina is awesome. She was probably jumping in the Q&A while we are doing that. Hey, Ina.
Hey,
How do we do, Ina? Was there anything going on in the
I
Q&A?
don't see anything in the chat except the AI summaries.
The AIs. AIs, do you have any questions? Just kidding. All right, from the human beings, the humans that are here. Any questions? Anything on anyone's mind? If anyone wants to raise their hand, we can come over and say hello, and you can ask a question if you'd like to. Is anything thinking about, maybe strategy wise, or questions on the tech? Anybody, anybody, anybody? Okay, going once, going twice, going thrice. And if anybody has anything that they want to share with us, we're really big on this. If you want to send us a video, I put it in the chat earlier, feedback at Dubb. If you want our feedback, I mean, I personally, I like watching them. I like checking them out to see, okay, how's the angle there? How's it look? How's the messaging? I think we all kind of enjoy it on the team. So if you want to do that, feel free, and you can absolutely do that. Feedback at Dubb. And Ina just popped it in the chat. Also, lastly, if anybody here, if you're feeling that you are you want to be part, if you're on Pro and you want to upgrade to Pro Plus, let us know. Just email the team at support at Dubb. You can even throw upgrade in the chat right now. If you're looking to get a little more hand-holding, you want to have access to founder coaching, which we do once a week with Ruben and Darius on Tuesdays at 11:30 a.m. PST. They have their own curriculum, their own stuff that they do. If you want to have access to drip sequences with Pro Plus, just let us know and we'll give you the best deal we can. If you're sitting in here and you're on a free trial and you're thinking about jumping on a paid plan like Pro or Pro Plus, just send us a upgrade by email. Say, hey, support a Dubb upgrade, or just put it in the chat right now if you want to, and we'll give you the best deal that we can. The last thing I'll say is when you record these videos, and this is something Ruben and I and Darius and Ina, we all talk about this, is you just want to record them in your own voice, your own personality. You don't have to be anything else. They don't have to be perfect. If there's an or an and you're kind of being human, that's totally fine. If you end up stammering over your words, I mean, there's so many clips of me like just not blah, 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 and I like total, I mean, there are blooper reels everywhere. Even with a teleprompter, I'm like, oh my God, I can't say this sentence. So you just want to be able to just free it from the perfection part of it and just have your personality because they're going to meet you eventually. If you're sending people these videos and you're meeting them in Zoom or in person, they're going to experience you either way. So anyway, that's what we got. If anybody doesn't have any questions, we're out for the day, and then we'll see everyone tomorrow. YouTube support, Dubb support on YouTube. This will be on there in a little bit. Ina, thanks so much as always, everybody. See you tomorrow. Take care, everybody.